Today we're going to be installing a commercial Christmas tree with Twinkly Pro smart RGB lights. The Twinkly Pro lights are already pre-installed on the branches, so it makes installation much easier. Twinkly Pro does simplify RGB compared to the legacy lights from years ago that everything had to be customized. So the installation is very straightforward, but there's a few things you're going to want to watch out for, and we'll point that out in the video. Let's get started. All right, before we get started, we're going to bench test our controllers, our electronics, and our lights to make sure everything is ready. You don't want to wait until you get out in the field to do this. In case there's any problems, you want to know ahead of time. On our bench testing, we have our router. We have a 5-port switch. Today's tree is a 16-foot tree, so we just need 5 ports. If you're doing a larger tree, you will have a bigger network switch. We then have our 4 6-port controllers that we're going to be configuring and making sure the firmware is up to date.
To test the controllers, we'll open the Twinkly app. It will look for devices. In this case, we have 4 controllers, so it will show each of these. Next, click on Setup Selected Devices. This particular tree is RGBW, so we want to make sure that RGBW is indeed selected. Also, because the tree is RGBW, we can currently use only 5 of the 6 ports. Click Save for each of the controllers. Now we're ready to start using the app. Next, we'll check to make sure the firmware has been updated. Click on the LED icon on the bottom right. Next, click on the gear icon on each of the controllers. If it's not updated, it will give you a warning at the bottom that the firmware has not been updated. Click on Update Firmware to get the latest update. It's important to always keep your firmware up to date to avoid possible problems with the light sets. Now you're ready to get started installing the tree.
Okay, we're ready to start putting our tree up. We're going to start off setting the base. Now today's tree is in our showroom, so we've added casters, but your tree will not have casters, so you will need to level it with a line level. It is important to make sure it is completely level before you assemble the rest of the tree. That is the most critical step. We're also going to put on the base L brackets to add extra support if the tree is 32 foot or less in height. Today's tree is a 16-foot tree. The base is made up of 2 pieces. Larger trees may be made up of 4 pieces or even 6 pieces. As you move up the tree, you get into single rings, which is what we're getting into on this tree. We're going to use the face plates and the through bolts to secure the second ring to the first ring. As we assemble the tree, we're going to go in reverse alphabetical order. D was our first ring, our second ring is C, the ring on top of that will be B until we get to ring A. As you assemble the frame, make sure your colored markings are lined up. All the red should be lined up from the base of the tree to the top. All right, we've got all the rings in place. We're ready for the 5-foot tree topper pole and the 5-foot treetop section. Normally you're going to use lift equipment for this outside. Since we're inside, we're going to be using a forklift with a forklift basket to assemble this final part of the tree. Before putting the treetop in place, it is a good idea to shape it on the ground. It's much easier to shape before it goes up. As we move into the elongated branches, you want to make sure they are shaped on the ground before you put them on the tree. Now that the tree top is in place, we're ready to anchor the tree. Today's tree is inside, so we are not anchoring it, but typically on an outdoor tree, you need to make sure it is anchored. There's various ways to anchor it, and consult the instructions that come with your tree as far as the best method for your application. All right, we're ready for the branches. The top 6 branches have a red marking on the stem. Those are your top ones. After that, all the other branches are the same. It is absolutely critical to make sure the branches are adequately shaped. Without proper shaping, your tree will not look nearly as good. So take extra time to shape each branch. Because we're doing a Twinkly Pro tree, we have 2 types of lights. We have light set A and light set B. Each branch is going to be labeled as an A or B. It's very important to know which one you are working with and make sure they're properly plugged into the Y splitter. To identify if the branch has a light set A or light set B, look at the tag on the end of the light set. The last digit will tell you if it's branch A or branch B. On each box for the branches, you will also see the same number identifier. The Y splitter that is going into our 6-port controller has one lead labeled A and another lead labeled B. Make sure your A light sets are connected to the A lead. Shaping your tree is one of the most important parts of assembling it. If a tree is not shaped properly, it will look terrible. So make sure you take that extra time to shape the branches before you put them on the tree. What we do to shape it, we're going to lay it on the ground with the stem behind, the top of the stem up top, and we start to spread all the branches out. You want to make sure you have them as wide as they'll go on the main branches, and then on the sub branches, you need to straighten each one out in random directions. This is what gives the tree the full three-dimensional thick foliage look. Okay, our branch is fully shaped. Once you get it on the tree, you may have to do a little bit of tweaking, and it is good to have somebody that is standing back away from the tree to help guide you as you put the tree together to make sure there are no holes in your foliage. Now that we have the tree top and 6 top branches in place, we're ready for controller number 1. You start with controller 1 for the top of the tree and work your way down controller 2, 3, 4 as you go down the tree. Cord management does become a big issue because of all the cables coming from your light sets and from the controllers, so proper cord management is important. We're going to make sure we zip tie the cords as we move down the tree. We're going to zip tie the 6-port controller to the frame. It is recommended that the leads for each of the ports is facing down. As we previously mentioned, the RGBW can only work on 5 of the 6 ports, so it's important to make sure you are not plugging anything into port 6. We're now going to attach our Y splitter. That is going to be for set A and B. We start with port 1 and work our way down towards port 6. We'll leave port 6 open since this is RGBW. Now it does not matter what order you plug the lights in. That is the feature of Twinkly Pro. You can plug your lights in to the port in any order as long as you're starting with port 1. We're ready to hook up our Cat 5 cable now. Because most of these trees are outside, we're going to use a watertight Cat 5 connector. It's going to seal up the Cat 5 connections. Once we get it assembled, we'll run our Cat 5 down to the base of the tree. It is important to make sure you label each of these Cat 5s. This first one for the first controller will be labeled as number 1. This will be important once you get down to the base of the tree in the network switch. We do recommend as you install each of the controllers, go ahead and plug it in, make sure that section of the tree is working. Once you plug it in, it will take a moment for the lights to come on. Verify they're working and you're ready to go to the next section. Now we're moving into the regular branches. It's 10 branches per controller, making sure you're doing your A's and your B's into the correct Y splitter on the controllers. We're going to work our way down the tree to controller 2, then controller 3, and finally controller 4, because this is a 16-foot controller. Keep in mind your tree may be bigger, so you may have more controllers, but the process is the same. It's important to note that some rows will not have an even number of A's and B's. So if it's an odd number, make sure you know what letter you left off on so you know what letter to start on the next row. All right, now we're ready to install the dry box. This is where the network switch and the router are going to be housed to keep them out of the weather. Now that the dry box is anchored to the frame, we're ready to hook up our network switch and our router. We're going to plug the network switch into the router. Be sure and not plug into the internet connection. Then we'll take each line from our 6-port controllers and plug them into the network switch, starting with 1, 2, 3, and then 4. You want to make sure your 6-port controllers match up with the same number on the network switch. Once you have all your controllers plugged in, you want to make sure there's a green light on each port that is being used. Now that the network switch, the router, and all controllers are in place, we can go ahead and finish putting the branches on the tree and complete the tree. All right, that's all there is to installing a Majestic Mountain Pine commercial Christmas tree with Twinkly Pro smart Christmas lights. As you can see, it's a pretty straightforward installation, but there are a few things to be careful of. If you run into any problems or any issues, be sure you reach out to us. Now all we have left to do is map the tree and enjoy the beauty of Twinkly Pro.